Hey, Beulah. How you doing, man? Hope your 4th of July was good. I'm doing good, man. Thank you for asking. I plan to get on here at 6 today. Kind of forgot to send out a notice to everyone, but I had told everyone in the last stream I should do a post anyways. I should always do a post. Hey, Moto Dog, how you doing, bro? How you doing? Let's see here. Let me make a post real quick. I'll do a live again tomorrow night. I was going to do one Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so I'll be on here again tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Still going to do an audition to be a mod one day. Yeah, it's funny. Let's see. Let me do this here. Okay, just sent out a post. Beulah, have I heard of ammo? I don't understand. The Chan name. What's up, 357 Maximum? Glad you can make it. Oh, no, I've never heard of that channel name. In fact, that's actually something I'm gonna possibly do tomorrow. Is put the title is gonna be "What's y'all's favorite gun tubers?" And that's I want to discuss. And I want to know what the audience watches, what y'all like to watch, and everything. That'd give me a good frame of reference. Obviously, I like to watch my channel, but I just want to know who else y'all like to watch. It's good data for me. Today, we're going to be discussing some of the SHTF weapon choices, and I'd like to know what everyone's loadout is going to be. Oh, okay. You do it too for the 92? My new rhyme. Mine is doing good. Mine's doing really well. Hey, Strictly Blinking. Fellow Mini 14. Yeah, you see it right there on the end. Today, we're going to be talking about the SHTF weapons and which ones we're going to bring with us. And a few more people get on here, we'll start discussing which ones the primary choices will be. Can't even see my AR-15, Harley. It's kind of dark, kind of blends into the chair. Okay, stop noticing. SHTF is pretty unlikely. Yes, it's an unlikely scenario, as well as the zombie apocalypse, everyone likes to say. This is just mainly for fun. Everyone likes to talk about it, so that's what we're going to do. You would go with the Benelli M4, okay, shotgun. Got mine right up there on the ceiling. And you would go with the HKP 2000. My man. You see mine right there. That's the HKP 2000. I got the Expert right there, USP Expert, and then that's the standard USP right there. But in front is my P2000. Okay, Juke Joint. Wait, Bluegrass. Your main squeeze is a 12.5 Arrow AR 5.56 and a Shadow Systems 92 920. Okay, L for the sidearm. Okay. Always, when I do these things, always try to do like 2 handguns and then 2 possible long guns. But really, you know, 1 long gun, it really brings it to a closer, you know, like choice. If we really had to just choose 1 long gun, just 1 though, and then 2 handguns. That's the scenario I like to do usually. Okay, Juke Joint, you like the SKS? Hey, I like SKS too. The CZ612 shotgun and the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0. Nice choices. Very nice choices. The CZ612, I don't know too much about that shotgun. I have to look it up. Yeah, man, stop noticing that P2000 is one of my favorites. It's actually my favorite. It's grown. Like I've never gotten a gun what I liked immediately, but I picked up the 2000 and I liked it immediately. It was one of the fastest bonding guns I've ever had. Yeah, M&P or 2.0s are great. Really, all the M&Ps. I never hear anything bad. A lot of people like the M&Ps. My buddy's got the Shield Compact, and he likes to carry that one around. It's a 2.0 as well. Usually the M&Ps just don't fit my hand very good, and the overly aggressive like texture on it just kind of rubs my hands a little wrong. But you know, they're good looking guns and they work really good. So there's really no reason not to choose one if it fits you and the ergos and everything. The P2000 right here, it's always on the opposite side. With the large back strap, it didn't fit my hand perfectly. It still felt okay, but it didn't fit me perfectly. But when I put the medium back strap on there, oh man, it was a done deal. That thing fit like a glove, like a glove. Okay, you got a Shield too? Nice. Very reliable and accurate. Good. I'm glad you have good experiences with it. I always like hearing feedback on these guns. I run, okay, Moto Dog, I run a 14.5 BCM and a SIG 226. That would be my second choice. If I couldn't choose my USPs right here, 226. Or the Ruger Safari and the FNX. Okay, gotcha. Okay, 357 maximum. SHTF, of course, every possible situation, change my mind, loadout. I have a top 6, but depending on geography and the situation, my loadout would change. Yeah, obviously, it's going to change based on the scenario. Honestly, if something ever did happen, people that like to say you got to run out and hide in the woods and do all those kind of things. Honestly, guns is your last thing you should be thinking about if you have to go do that, because now you're in an actual survival situation. You need to know how to clean water, boil water, have water. You need to know how to make a fire. You need to know how to find food. Like food and water are your main concerns. And then finding shelter if you have to go run out into the wilderness to hide from people. Firearms is honestly the last thing you should be concerned with, because now you have to actually survive. And just running from whoever it is that's chasing you is probably going to be one of the smaller issues you're going to have to deal with. Okay, let's see. Okay, Strictly Plinkin, you would have the Remington 870. Okay, that's the Mossberg 590 right up on top of there. So Remington 870s, they got real smooth action. I do like the 870s too. 12 gauge, and then the 226. All right, I got the 226 again, and the Smith & Wesson AR-15. Backups would be the Mini 14 and the M1 carbine. You got an M1, huh? That's awesome. The 30 carbine. I don't know too many people that's got an M1 carbine. Okay, stop noticing you had 2001 gun, 2000, yeah, with the adjustable back straps ahead of its time. Yeah, right. I mean, when they designed it, not too many other people was putting adjustable back straps. So, you got to keep that as a mind for the USPs and the P2000s. They were doing all this stuff back then when nobody else was doing it. Everyone likes to complain about the USP's proprietary rail on it, but it was like the only company that was doing that at the time, really. I mean, I think there was one other, but it was, nice that they was including that. They just didn't have the Picatinny rail, which is now your standard on most of your guns. Yeah, I don't really see 30 carbine M1 ammo too much either. So depending on if you just have a stash of it or not, every now and again I do see it, but I don't see a lot of it. Okay, Garen, what's up, man? You got the Mark 18 and the SBR AR-10 308. Yeah, you knocking them down right there. And the Glock 19, standard issue right there. You're gonna come across a lot of people, I think, that's gonna have a Glock or a Glock 19. On the chair back there, I have the Ruger Ranch in 7.62 by 39, and then in the middle, that's the Springfield St. Victor 5.56, and then the Mini 14, and then right down the edge is my Ruger 1022. So that's basically the options I'll go through whenever a SHTF situation or question comes about. Okay, Cabragoon, finding a network. Yeah, finding a network would be in your best interest as well. Other people that you're going to go meet up with, that y'all are all prepared for this situation. Y'all already have a plan of what y'all are going to do. That in itself is like that's priceless. You'll be ahead of the game for sure if you have a small network of people that y'all already know what y'all are going to do. Y'all are just waiting for the day to put it in action. Yeah, right, Garen. So that's what I was going to say. Bugging in is more logical and reasonable. Yeah. So that's what I was going to say earlier on. Not too many people, I don't believe, are going to have to leave your house. And if you do, the situation has to be dire for you to leave the house. You are the most protected in your house. I mean, you can board up and do all kinds of stuff in tactical situations. You can really put yourself in a more advantageous situation if you could just hold in. And that's what I would do. I would hold up and just keep all my guns loaded and ready and board up as much as I can if that was the case. Nobody's taking my home without a fight. Okay, Bluegrass, you feel like having a secondary pistol and 22 LR would be a good SHTF? Honestly, I agree. 22 would be ideal, but I think I would choose the rifle instead. I would choose a 5.56 long gun, and then I would try to bring my 22 rifle if I could. But if I'm only having to pick one rifle, then I have to go with the 5.56. I can't go with the 22. But if you had one in your secondary pistol, I think that's a pretty good decision too. It's really one that you can hit stuff with. That's the most important thing, because you can just carry a buttload of 22 ammo with you. And really, if I had a 22 Magnum and a long gun, I would almost, a semi-auto, I would almost want to take that over a 5.56, because I know 22 gets a lot of heat, but if you put that shot in the right place, especially a 22 Magnum, you can do the job. And I can rattle off 5 fast shots with 22 Magnum going right towards your face. I mean, if you're having to use 22 for self-defense, you're going to shoot more than once, and you're only going to go for the deadliest spots. And it's really the face. You'd have to go for the face, and you could fire 5 shots very fast at somebody's face. And even if it doesn't kill them, you're putting them out of the fight for the time being. You're putting them out of the fight. Ain't nobody gonna fight with 5 shots, 22 in their face. Okay, Garen, you would take the 590A1. I like that one. Aero Precision, Turbo, you got the Aero Precision AR-15. Oh, I think somebody else has got the Aero Precision too. The CZ-P01. Yeah, that's my next CZ choice, I believe. And the Marlin XT-22. Okay, good choices. Okay, Garen, your first AR was a Saint. Runs flawlessly. Good. I've never had an issue with mine either. Not that I haven't shot very many rounds through that, but I did buy it brand new, and I never had an issue with it. It works really good. It actually shoots softer than my Mini 14 does, really. It's hard for me to admit that because I like my Mini so much, but I got to tell you the truth, and it does shoot softer than my Mini does. Okay, Cabergoon, M&P Sport, PSA Premium Upper, Shield Plus, and to break contact and evade. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Limp Bizkit, what's up, man? You made it. Not that much, just a few minutes into this. Yeah, no group for me for SHTF. We don't have any friends or family anywhere close. Probably just bugging in with AR-15, 5.56. I don't think there's anything better for it. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Bugging in is more your likely scenario that you're going to do. And that's what I would do too. I wouldn't leave my house unless I absolutely had to. Yeah, Garen, living on trying to live on the run would be physically and mentally draining. And I guarantee more than half the people wouldn't make it physically. Nobody is prepared. Vast majority of United States is not prepared to go live out in the woods. And even if they do have the knowledge to survive, too many cheeseburgers have been eaten up until this point, and they're just carrying too much weight. They might survive a little while because they got all that excess, but it's only if they can run away for an extended period of time. Oliver Banks, we had a 10-day bug-in trial run after Helene. No power, no internet, lots of water and food put up, so no real issues. Nice. Got prepared, and you was ready for it. Just having people. I live in the South, so I have experienced hurricanes and extended times without power. In the summer, when it hits, you don't even know how much you appreciate air conditioner until you don't have it. When you have to go to sleep and you're sweating, it is so hard to sleep while you're sweating. And then even if you do manage to fall asleep, waking up in a sweat or heat, it's like you might as well not sleep at all. You still feel completely drained. And honestly, you're going to have to live like that for a couple months before your body even closely adapts to that. We take air conditioning for granted, man, because when you don't have it, oh my God, it's torture. And same thing can be said about heat. People that live up there in snowy conditions without heat, I don't think I could do that either. Limp Bizkit AR-10 might edge out 5.56. Oh yeah, I mean power-wise for sure, because you could hunt a little better with it, but I'd lean toward 5.56. Yeah, I mean really it comes down to ammo. If I can, 5.56 is cheaper and I could carry a little bit more of it than I could with 308. So that's pretty much why I would do that. And if I do have to hunt with it, I mean, I'm going for headshots on anything that I have to hunt with. So, and honestly, nobody ever talks about this, but hunting, if we all did have to live on the land, the game would be depleted super fast, because think about it. Everyone's going to be hunting and nobody has the ability to freeze their meat. If the power is down, and this is granted, if the power is down and if you don't have a generator, you don't have no way to freeze your meat. You have got to eat the meat right then and there, or, spread it out amongst other people, but it's going to go bad. And that in itself is going to waste so much meat because nobody has the ability to preserve it. So that's something I didn't think about until later on, because I was always like, oh, yeah, we can always hunt. Honestly, your best bet is to go fishing. I think you'd have better luck just surviving on fish, even though that would eventually go as well. But, you got to do what you got to do. I would definitely prepare for more fish than I would for land animals. Just find where those waterways are at and stick close to them. Plus, it'd just be a source of water that you just have to boil. Okay, Weebs, you're looking hard at the Beretta 1301 and the chisel stock. I have heard good things about the Beretta 1301. Actually, on IFB TV, I think their most popular video, James Reeves, is the Beretta 1301. And that's kind of where I first seen it at, because I like his channel a lot. And it did look really nice. Limp Bizkit, working on a new AR with the BCM upper, just have something better. Really liking their mid-length upper with the FSP and their medium contour barrel. Okay, I have to look into that one. Weebs, I still have to change out the KMR handguard on my Reese 16 for the MR handguard. Okay. Turbo says, hypothetically speaking, I live in a high populated liberal city. Sorry about that. And I would just be a bandit and take people's stuff, because there's a lot of there's not a lot of gun owners, hypothetically speaking, of course. Yeah, I mean, if you don't need to use it, you don't need to use it. You know, just go steal some canned goods and store those. Those are your best bets, honestly, canned goods. Okay, Moto Dog, if you are lucky enough to be home and when it happens, but if you're not at work or Costco, you may have to get home with whatever is in your pockets. And that's why I kind of say get you a truck gun, something that you don't really care about, and keep in the vehicle. Because I know just something that you don't care about, if it is stolen or something like that, you don't care, but just have something in the vehicle. That way, if you don't have it on your person, it's always in the vehicle, you know. So as long as you can make it to your vehicle, you know you got some kind of way to defend yourself. Garen, you got 2 generators? Lucky dog. We never had generators when the power went out, when the hurricane came through, so we had to suffer. Ironically, that is the only time I ever read a book. I'm ashamed of it, but when the power goes out, I tell you what, I pick up a book and I start reading. And you know what? I enjoy it every single time. I'm like, why don't I read more often? I like it. I remember, I think I read through like one of the Harry Potter books. I read 200 pages in one night. And I was just like, this is awesome. And the power comes back on, and I throw that book across the room. Get this out of my face. But when the power does go out, man, reading a book is actually very enjoyable. Moto Dog, you live in the desert and it's 115. If you can't get and make water drinkable, you'll be dead in one day. That's rough. I believe it. 115, man. Oof. It don't get quite that hot right here in the south where I'm at, but it gets humid. So it might be like 90 degrees, but it feels like it's 110, and you're just pouring sweat, which is, you know, hydration. So you're losing a ton of hydration. There ain't no dry heat. Although I always said I would rather a dry heat, and then I went over to Texas or somewhere north where it was kind of more of a dry heat. I about baked in the sun. I felt like a boiled egg. And I was like, I don't know if I can handle a dry heat. I think a dry heat is worse than a wet heat, you know, a humid heat. Yeah. Limp Bizkit, I think people need to think more about gardening and canning than hunting and fishing. True. Very true. It's so easy to stockpile massive amounts of food if you garden and can. As long as, you know, people don't come over and take all your stuff, I think that's a very viable way. You know, somebody come over there and destroy your beautiful garden, but having the knowledge to make food from gardening is essential. Garen, yep, I have canned goods and my folks live close by. My lovely mother of cans. That's nice. Really nice. Really, it's ideal to stick close to your family. Like, unless you have just multiple people that care about you as much as your family does, you know, it's always a good idea not to get too far from your family if you can help it. Okay. Weebs, realistically, if you're in an SHTF situation and have to fish and hunt, it'd be better use of your time to learn how to trap, net, game, fish. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It'd be really better if you could learn to fish or just learn how to trap the animals, like you said. Find some kind of bait that they like. Find some kind of snare device. You know, you can make snares, a little string. I know it can be done, but I think that would be really nice too. Because then the food comes to you. You don't have to actively go out and search for the food, because if you have to go out, you're putting yourself at risk. So ideally, you would want the food to come to you, and that would be very important. Philip Harper, what's up, man? Bug in at home, a Ruger MPR, tons of mags loaded good, Glock 19, and plenty of mags also. Water stored and rotated, also canned and dried foods. Yeah, dried foods for sure. Stored away, and have a small home get home bag in my truck. Very good. I've made a getaway bag before, and then I sat in the truck or it sat in the corner for a long time, and I'm like, I kind of need some of that stuff that's in the bag right now, so I took it all out. What you want to do is buy everything you need and then buy it again for that bag. That's what you really want to do. That way you always know the stuff that you use because you use it, and then you know that you have a backup supply of it as well. So always buy two. Whatever you like, buy two. Always good to have a backup. Okay, Paul Tibbets, rules 1, water. 2, water. Food. 4, 5, security. Okay, so rules. Number 1 is water. Number 2 is water. That's funny. Number 3 is food. And number 4 is water. Oh, okay, let's see. And then number 5 is security. Yeah, I mean, you die in 3 or 4 days without water, so that's really has to be the main thing that you. I don't even know if it's 3 or 4 days. It might be 2 days that you'll die without water. I don't know. Cabragoon, did you get any other power options for yourself since Helene? Nope, never did. Need to get a generator. I got some portable battery packs, stuff like that, but never did get a generator. So that's still on the list of things to get. Weebs, though I do remember reading about during the Great Depression, the squirrel populations were nearly wiped out. That's hard to believe, too, because we got so many squirrels over here. But I can believe it. We think we got it bad, man, but the people that were alive during World War II, the Great Depression, oh, man, those people had it rough. Yeah, Turbo, learning to use radios would help, too. Yeah, I'd like to get a CB radio for sure. And because that's your... when all the communication goes down, people should still, be able to communicate through CB radio if you have, electricity still. Oh, you don't even need. Yeah, you just need a battery. Okay, that's right. I forgot about that. Limp Bizkit, we're all alone in Kansas. Everybody we know is in Pennsylvania. It sucks. Yep. That don't sound great either. Garen, we have basic medical. If you can stockpile antibiotics, Pepto, iodine tablets, etc., do it. Yeah, medicine will be like one of the most important things. Because if we have to start living real rough, well, we're about to open the door for all kinds of colds and sicknesses that we normally never get because we don't have to live outside in the outdoor harshness. Oliver Banks, everyone on the mountains is armed, but I didn't hear a single gunshot in the 10 days. Family is close by, and we generally took care of everyone, but not everywhere had the same experience. Yeah, it was rough for some people because we had to deal with Hurricane Katrina where I'm at, so that was a rough time too. Weebs, if you want to learn about SHTF in a medium-sized city for nearly a year, look up Selko Begovic. Okay. Garen, survivalists go by threes, 3 hours of exposure, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food. Okay. Seems plausible. I wouldn't survive 3 hours without water, probably. Philip Harper, just saying, love the shotgun propped up on the cat stand. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, y'all didn't notice that was the cat stand. Oh, it's over here, right here. Yeah, that's my Mossberg 590. It's not the A1, but it is the security 9 shot. So it does hold 9 in the tube and then 1 in the barrel, 10 all the way. And like I said, that's the Ruger Ranch in 7.62 by 39, Springfield 5.56, and then my Mini. And really, if I had to choose one of these, I would probably choose my Springfield St. Victor AR because I got plenty of mags for it. And, it runs good. I never had an issue with it. It is loud because of that compensator I have on the end of it. A flash suppressor, I'm sorry. It's loud because of that. But I got plenty of mags for it, and it's a good, accurate setup. Turbo, having a like-minded friend or group is big help. It's better to survive with more hands to help defend and get food because there will be criminal mind people like me stealing stuff, hypothetically speaking. We'll be on the lookout for you then. Just Turbo stealing ass. I got a 22 long rifle for them ass cheeks. As soon as I see you turn around, I'm gonna pop one in both them cheeks. Get out of here. Take my shit. It's funny. So yeah, this was nice. I like hearing about everybody's bug out and what they would use. Tomorrow, I think I want to talk about everybody's favorite YouTubers. That's what I'd like to know from all my audience. What other tubers do y'all like to watch? So I think that'll be the topic for tomorrow. So I appreciate everybody getting on today, and I hope all of y'all had a happy 4th of July. Paul Tibbetts, how many sets of gloves do you have for SHTF? I have 2 leather pairs, and then I have like 4 other pairs that aren't leather, you know. So that's all the gloves that I have. Yeah, I would never wear these, though. If this ever happened, I would never wear gloves. This is strictly for show and nothing else. Okay, man. See y'all tomorrow. Make sure if y'all want to support the channel, I got the Patreon all set up. Y'all just click the link below or do the super thanks. Always appreciate it. And just double check with y'all's subscription to the channel. If y'all haven't, make sure the bell icon is check marked. I done got so many messages from people saying they've subscribed and then YouTube has unsubscribed them. So just double check with your feed and make sure you are subscribed with the channel, because I don't know what YouTube is doing. They're messing with all kinds of people too. They ain't just me. So I know it's going around. Just always double check when y'all see me make a video. Just go to my channel real quick and make sure y'all are subscribed and the bell thing is check marked, because it's always a never ending issue with YouTube and unsubscribing people. I don't know why they would do that. They hating on my channel and I don't appreciate it. But okay, guys, I appreciate all y'all getting on, and I'll see y'all tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Okay. All right. Take care.